I thought you might want to hear from the guy whose first sexual experience was with his grandmother.
How do you wrangle that one?
We didn't have time to get to this guy yesterday, but this is Rod. Rod?
Hello.
Rod, you're on the air.
Oh, hi, Howard. Hi, Rod.
Hi. Now, you say you lost your virginity to your grandmother. Is that really true?
Yeah.
How do you do that?
Well, see, when I was 14, 15, and 16, I didn't really do really well with the girls. And I was causing a lot of problems with the sheets, right? So I found
with the who?
With the sheets. He was having a lot of...
and...
I thought you said with the sheep. I said, boy, this guy's really... All right, so in other words, you were taking care of your own condition, and I guess your grandmother noticed what was going on in the sheets.
No, my mom did, and she told my grandma.
I don't understand how guys like you don't use tissues. Why would you just use these sheets?
No, I was asleep.
These were nocturnal
emissions?
Yeah.
I never had that because I used to take care of all my needs before I went to bed. I never had that.
Yeah, and see, I wasn't allowed to have like porno or anything. Well, actually, what happened was my dad, he was a Green Beret, got killed in Panama, and my mom said, well, you know, he wouldn't look very kindly on you looking at this sort of stuff, so I never looked at that. I had no release.
What are you, a black guy?
Biracial.
Biracial?
Yeah.
Never heard that before. Biracial.
Yeah.
So you're bi. What do you mean biracial? You're half white and you're half black?
Right.
Are you an octoroon? You know what an octoroon is?
No.
1/8 black.
He said he's bi.
I don't know. I don't know what he
My
means.
father was black, my mother was white. I'm half and half.
So then you are a mulatto. Are you not? Are you a mulatto?
Okay.
All right.
Let me ask you a question.
Mm-hmm.
Was it your white grandmother or your black grandmother?
It was my white grandmother.
Really? Now, a lot of these racists would have guessed it was your black grandma, right?
Well...
And your father was 100% black?
Yeah.
He had big full lips?
Actually, his father was Australian.
I see. So you are octoroon. I was right.
Well, you were right.
Yes, of course.
Yeah.
Of course I was right. You're an octoroon.
Well, anyway.
So you look mostly white.
No, I look mostly black.
Really?
Yeah. Luckily.
I see.
And I'll tell you why, because...
all right, I don't...
We're getting off this...
Yeah, all right.
Here.
So anyway, you in the sheets, you were having some problems.
Yeah.
So your grandmother likes black guys.
You know,
Right.
I really thought that she... I think she was, like, maybe a bit of a racist.
Really?
Well,
how old was your grandmother?
Because she was, like, 52.
52, huh? And how old were you at the time?
16.
All right.
But she looked... the whole family has a gene where we look 10 years younger. You know who she looked like, Howard?
Kelly LeBrock?
No. But a good one. You know Courtney Thorne-Smith from
Melrose Place, yeah. Your grandmother looks like her.
That's what she looked like.
Well, that ain't bad.
And...
for a grandma.
So, yeah. So...
So your grandmother was pretty hot.
Yeah.
And how did it come to pass that she saw your sheets and then approached you about making love to you?
Well, my mom told her what was going on.
Yeah.
And she called me and told me to come stop by her house after school.
My grandmother looked like the crypt keeper. There's no way.
There was nothing going to go on.
No, absolutely nothing.
So she asked me to stop by school. Stop by her house after school.
Yeah.
And I just walked in the house and she had on this
house coat.
No, actually she had on one of Pop-Pop's shirts.
Pop-Pop? That's your grandpa?
Yeah.
All right.
And she was just wearing a man-tailored shirt and nothing else?
That's it.
A lot of guys call their grandparents weird names.
Pop-Pop.
Well,
Yeah, my wife tried to get into that with our kids. Well, it wasn't my wife. It was my mother-in-law. She told me she wanted to be called Gammy, and she wanted my father-in-law to be called, not Pop-Pop.
Poppy?
Poppy or something. And I said, look, I ain't doing that. I'm not going to call your husband Poppy. Sure, no, I want the kids to do it. My kids never did it. They call him Grandma and Grandpa. Oh, Grampy was the name. Grampy. Yeah. It's like, I'm not going to buy it to that. You called your grandfather Pop-Pop?
Yeah.
Jesus. I know a guy in Detroit, he's called Pop-Pop.
I call my grandma Nana right up to...
Nana?
Yeah.
Jesus, no wonder the black people reject you. Nana. Nana and Pop-Pop?
Yeah.
Has to be the white side of the family.
Yeah.
Nana.
So, anyway,
So you go into Nana's
Right.
room.
Nana's got the the man-tailored shirt on.
Right.
Yeah.
And
all she's wearing is a man-tailored shirt.
right.
Right.
And I said, I'm sorry, Nana. I'll wait till you change. And she goes, no. Come on upstairs. And I said, well, where's Papa? And she said he's out in the garden because he has a garden club, and they meet out in the garden. Everybody was out in the garden.
Okay, so go ahead.
And so we went upstairs, and she says to me, I understand you're having a problem with the girls. I don't think that you know how to talk to the girls properly.
What a nice grandmother.
And I said,
Really?
I said, well, I was having a problem talking to the girls, but
It's kind of embarrassing telling Nana that you're having...
Yeah. And she says, well, you know why? It's because you don't know how to talk to white girls.
Right.
And I said...
She was very smart, your Nana.
She was a genius.
Yeah, and then what happened?
And so she says, well, you probably say things to him like, hey, baby, let's get down, or I remember these things like...
This was of great concern to her.
You're a fox. You're so fine. And I'm
Right.
looking at her like, what? I don't talk to anybody that way.
Right.
But so she says, well, I'm going to teach you how to talk to girls. So she says, okay, look at me. So I looked at her and she says, tell me I have pretty eyes. And I said, Nana, you got pretty eyes. And she said, don't call me Nana, call me Helen.
Hmm.
And I
Is
said,
Helen her name?
yeah.
Yeah, okay.
And
So, Helen, you have beautiful
I said,
eyes.
Helen, you have beautiful eyes. I said, okay, now put your hand on my knee.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And
Were you freaking out? Did you start to get aroused?
well, no, I was.
Because your grandmother.
When she said that, I kind of freaked out a little bit, but I don't know. It was really weird, Howard. It was really weird.
Yeah, and then what happened?
So I put my hand on her knee, and,
Yeah.
and she said, now tell me I have pretty eyes. And I said, well, you have pretty eyes,
Nana.
Nana. And she said, I said, say Helen.
Right.
And I said, okay, you have pretty eyes, Helen. And she says, now, doesn't that feel better? She said, and I said, yeah. And she said, well, move your hand up my leg, and tell me that you have. Tell me about my neck. Tell me that my neck is pretty. And I said, you have a very pretty neck.
Yeah, all right, come on, get on with this.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well,
yeah.
then she moved my hand up to her thigh, and at that time, then I started to get a little.
Was it all full of cellulite and everything?
No.
She was nice looking.
My Nana's, she was really
My
nice.
Nana.
Yeah, right. All right. So you had your hand on her thigh, and you're still wearing your clothes,
So I still have my clothes on.
and you're starting to get a chubby.
And yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm freaking
Couldn't believe
out.
you're getting a chubby over Nana.
Yeah, exactly.
Right.
So she
Helen, I
she
mean.
says we don't have. So she says, well, this is what I want you to do. And she took her to the shirt and she pulled it open.
She pulled open her shirt. I mean, she had big breasts.
They were like C's,
Okay.
and they were stand-up C's.
Really? A
Yeah.
grandmother?
is-
I don't believe that.
Real.
I can't believe that she had stand-up C's.
She had stand-up C's, Howard. She was a gorgeous woman.
Really?
She was a gorgeous woman. I mean, she was Nana, but she was a gorgeous woman.
All right.
And
Yeah. And then what happened?
She says, you want to touch him? And I said, well, yeah, because I never touched a
A real woman before. Yeah.
Yeah.
And you touched it.
Yeah, and I touched it.
At what point do you take your Nana's clothes off?
And
Nana's
Nana was
got her
only in a
clothes
shirt.
Oh, her shirt was off.
Yeah, because she actually popped the buttons when she pulled it open.
I see. And then what? She took off your pants?
And then I took off my pants.
And did she like what she saw? Did she see that her grandson was?
What she said to me is, she says, well, what do you want to do now? She said, you should know what to do now. And so.
And you did it to her.
Well,
You did your own Nana.
yeah.
That's the sickest story I have ever heard.
But it really screwed me up. It's
How many times did you do your Nana?
Well, it went on for like 3 years.
Really?
Yeah, because the first 2 years, she was, I don't know, she was just the only person I would come back to, and then the third year, Pop had a stroke.
So you had to take care of Grandma's needs.
Well, Pop would be in the next room,
Right.
and that's when I
You couldn't deal with it anymore.
Right.
Yeah, I couldn't hack it.
Right.
And,
Is Grandma still alive?
So no.
She's gone.
Yeah. So,
Too bad.
We'd have had her come down.
We'd have her come in with you.
Well, what? She.
Hey, look, it happens, right? I mean, you didn't expect it. All of a sudden.
It does happen?
Well,
I guess. Happened in his house.
I come in one day. It was after Pop died.
Yeah.
I'd come in I guess about 2 months later, and because I was horny.
Right.
And
Grandma.
So I was calling her Helen by then.
Right.
And
did anybody think it was weird that you were calling your grandma Helen now?
Nana was Helen.
Well, no, I wouldn't call her Nana in front of the family.
Right.
So I came in, and she said, "Well, what do you want?" And I was like, "Well,
you know what I want."
Yeah. And she said, "This is what she said to me. You people can't get enough."
Oh, black people.
Yeah. And
wow.
That hurt. It hurt. And,
all right.
I turned around to back up towards the door, and she goes, "Wait a minute. You're not. Don't you leave. Don't you leave." And she runs up. She pushes me up against the wall, gets down on her knees, and
services you.
Right.
Wow. Did you need some lube for your grandma? Usually at that age, they're a little.
No.
No? All right.
No.
All right. Well, thank you for your story.
Okay.
All right, Rod.
Okay.
Thank you. Rod.
Don't believe a word of it.
I don't know. Sound real to me. Pop and Nana. Hey, you never know. You never know. You see these things every day on these talk shows.
No, I haven't
day.
seen these things.
Well, I don't know, man.
That was a tough one.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable. You're on the air.
Yeah, hello, Howard.
Yes, my brother.
Yeah.
What are you, black?
Am I black? Nah, I'm Italian, and I'm also Hispanic.
Really?
Yeah. But I gotta tell you, Howard.
Thank you.
Those terms you were kicking around.
What terms? Octoroon?
No, hold on. By the way, that guy you just had on the on the phone. Okay, he's a quadroon. Okay, he's 1/4 black.
Yes, quadroon. You're absolutely right.
An octoroon is someone who's 1/8 black.
Well, actually, his father was. If you want to get down to it, his father's parents.
Yeah.
Were white and black.
Right. So
the father was a mulatto.
The father was a mulatto.
Right. So that would make him
he married a white woman.
Yeah, that would make him a quadroon.
A quadroon.
Right,
yes, you're right. You're absolutely
and
right.
His children, if he should marry a white woman, would be an octoroon.
Yes, you are right.
Right.
I stand corrected.
But hold on. But
yes.
Whatever. If in this country, if you have one trace of black blood, that makes you black.
Yes.
Let me just clarify that completely.
Well, yes, but you have to break it down for people. In other words, a lot of us look at each other and are having trouble now distinguishing who anybody is.
Yeah,
and in order to clarify the situation, we have to come up with new terms reflecting the liberal qualities in our society. Now, quadroon, octoroon, these help us further identify who everyone is.
No,
you understand?
Forget about all this nonsense, though. I just want to make the one point that I think that race mixing in general is just absolutely disgusting.
You do?
You're half and half?
Yes.
No, but I got to tell you, just this whole race mixing nonsense is just completely disgusting. I urge all my black brothers to call.
You're not black.
Call a Nation of Islam at 212-388-2655.
Look at this guy. All right, but you said you're a black man. Are you a follower of Louis Farrakhan?
Yes, I am, and I hate kikes like you spreading this race mixing among our people. I can't stand you, Howard.
You love it, man. And let me tell you something. I'm your leader. I'm your leader. I am your leader.
You're a leader of kikes is what you are.
Yeah, I'm your leader.
I'm not a kike.
You can't tune away from this show.
You're a filthy kike.
Shut up. You're disgusting. You know that? And I'm half kike. Thank you. A very lovely conversation. Makes you want to stay in this world, don't it?
Makes you want to stay in your house.
Yeah. That guy's a piece of skunk, is what he is. He's a scumbag.
What happens to you when you call that number, I wonder?
I don't know. Get Kelly LeBrock back in here. Let's hear about them homo medicines.
Homeopathic.
All right. Let's meet Kelly LeBrock.
All right.
Kelly's here to promote Kelly LeBrock's natural medicine for kids. It's some sort of homo medicine for children.
Homeopathic medicine.
I think it's keep your children from going gay.
Oh, stop.
I'm not sure what it is. You love her, right?
Love her. Yeah.
And let me soak you. Oh, Jesus Christ, you're hot. Oh, for Christ. I figured like maybe you weren't hot anymore or something, man. You are totally hot. How you doing? Wow.
It's that homeopathic medicine.
God damn, I'd love to have sex with you. If you don't mind.
You have to line up here.
I know, everyone wants to have sex with you. What's that like? Everyone wants to have sex with you.
I don't know.
So goddamn cute. I just got to soak it in for a second, all right? Let me soak in your beauty. I guess every guy you know what? I'm not even going to carry on about how good looking you are. I'm always sick of being the schlub who carries on about good looking
How about
women.
what a nice person I am?
I don't even care if you're nice.
You slut.
Are you really a nice person?
I am.
I never could understand how you married Steven Seagal. I don't get that guy. I mean, I love his movies. Don't get me wrong. I'm a total fan of karate movies. You put a guy in a movie with karate, I'm a total fan. But I don't see why a woman would fall in love with him. Aside from the fact that he's a movie star, but
he wasn't a movie
when I met
star
him.
when you met
I know.
him. Yeah.
He was selling tattoos in a street corner in Japan.
Really?
Yeah, he was interesting then.
And he could kick ass? Does he really know karate, or is that a
yeah.
goof? He really does.
He really does.
You've seen him beat up guys.
Yeah.
And you're into that whole macho thing, I guess.
No, I'm
so
not.
someone like me who's all spindly
not.
and weak.
I love big noses.
You do?
Uh-huh.
Well, who has a big nose?
Why did she say that?
Yeah, why are you saying that? I'm very petite. Oh, man. If I made love to you. You know what? First of all, I'll be over in a second. Because I don't think I can
I've
hold
got
out.
something for that.
Really? Homeopathic? Seriously?
Psychopathic.
Really?
Yeah, no.
And with that shirt you're wearing, what is that, a tube top? What is that? Just like, what is that? Look at that shirt. God damn it.
Are we on TV too?
Yeah, you're damn right.
Oh,
don't worry, you look good. I like your hair. I wish my hair did that.
What's that stuff on your fingers for?
Oh, Jackie?
Bend over.
He's got crotch rock. You can't say the S word, Kelly.
Oh, no,
She
sorry.
can't even curse.
No.
No, I'm sorry.
Although the S word, when it comes out of your mouth, it's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, that's not good. You're causing a problem. You'll get mold.
How come you're wearing that jacket? Aren't you hot with that? What are you wearing a jacket for?
Because I've had 3 kids.
Are you serious? You think your body's bad after 3 kids?
Jeez.
Are you high?
Look at her back.
Are you high?
Are you high on that homeopathic stuff you're
I
selling?
am, actually.
Oh, man.
I am.
Look at your body. Jesus.
It's perfect.
Where's the camera?
They're all
We're
around.
lying to you. There's really no camera. No, they're here. There's
there
a camera. There's a camera.
Just want to know
There's
what
a
I'm
camera.
dealing with.
And there's a camera. Don't even try to figure out angles and stuff. You look good at any angle. I don't sit and worry about angles. You shouldn't either. So, how old were you when you first started blossoming into the woman you
I
are
was
today?
a late blossomer. I'm still blossoming.
And guys were digging you right away?
And no.
And
well,
girls too, huh? You ever get it on with a broad?
No, did you?
Yeah. Of course. I'm married. 18 years.
That's
Same
beautiful.
woman.
And you have 3 children?
And 3 children.
That's fabulous.
3 daughters.
Oh.
What do you have?
2 girls and a boy.
Oh, yeah? You got the boy, huh? Yeah, couldn't do that. My wife couldn't give me a son.
Oh, it's not her fault.
Yeah,
You
King
provide.
Henry killed all his wives
Yeah,
because he
you
knew
right.
that
provide.
was...
That's right.
the
My
problem.
wife's lucky she's alive. But I don't give my kids no homo medicine. What is that homeopathic stuff anyway? What is that, like natural medicine?
It's not it shouldn't be called alternative medicine.
I'm into that, you know. I won't take aspirin. I don't take any of that crap. I only take natural herbs. Did you know that about me?
No, I didn't.
You don't even know who I am, do you?
How it's done.
Yeah, but I mean, you never just heard the show or anything. Jesus.
How'd she get here?
How'd you end up
By
here?
plane.
No.
You're going to fire your publicist once you figure out who I
How
am.
did you get booked on their show?
I'm a real annoying guy.
Well, no, you have a lot of people that
Millions.
are interested in watching your shows,
Yeah.
so you have something special.
Yeah, you should go
and
out with
I have
me.
something special, and I'd like to sell it because I believe in it and I know it works.
All right, how about I interview you first and then we'll talk about the product?
Okay.
All right, let me get all the dirt and everything, okay? Like the Steven Seagal stuff and all that cool stuff.
Remember, I have 3 children with him.
Yeah, but you hate him, don't you?
Because he's beautiful?
No, you hate him because did you dump him or he dumped you? Robert says he ran off with the nanny. If you were my wife,
She wasn't the nanny.
She wasn't?
was a friend of mine. In fact, I named my baby after her.
You're kidding me.
So now he's having another baby. I should
With
call
her?
and say, how about Kelly for the name?
Really? God, I would never get tired of you. I know it. I just know it.
No, I just...
And you seem like a nice person and everything. You got the British accent going. That doesn't get annoying. I like that. You're not that British, but you got a little bit of a thing going.
I was actually born in New York.
Were you really?
Mm-hmm.
I love you.
How'd you get that accent?
You love everybody.
No,
though.
I don't.
That's cute.
I don't. I really don't.
No?
You're my type. You are my type. But I've always been too ugly to get your type. You know what I'm saying?
That's how you feel.
That's how I feel. Oh, yeah. I feel that way about myself.
That's a shame.
So you started blossoming, what, at like age 17?
I'm still blossoming.
Yeah, you're gorgeous. So what you started blossoming at what, age 17?
No, yeah, probably, actually.
And you started getting like full hips and
When did you
beautiful-
become a model?
When I was 16.
Oh,
See,
Jesus.
she'd already blossomed.
And was your dad like freaking out and stuff because you're so goddamn beautiful? He's got to like
No,
kill
he
guys.
used to come out with me.
Really?
Yeah, we used to have
You
a
went
good
out with your
time.
dad?
Yeah.
Really? That's sick.
No.
Wow.
As a nice thing.
And those are your real lips?
Yes.
And real nose and everything?
And everything.
Wow. God, what genetics? I have the worst genetics. You should see my parents. I had to put bags. My mother was a triple bagger.
Oh,
My dad
stop
had
it.
my dad had to put 2 bags over her head, and then he carried a third.
For himself?
Just in case the bags broke.
One of the bags.
When he made love to my mother. So we didn't have really good genetics. You understand what I'm saying? But your parents were probably good looking, right?
From the back.
Really?
No.
And your mom was hot?
She thought so. She still does.
She does?
Yeah.
And then you started getting hot and everything, and then you were like, all of a
It
sudden...
is really hot, isn't it?
Take off your jacket, please. Please.
Okay.
Oh, thank God. Oh,
Now you're happy.
God, you're hot.
God.
I saw you in...
This is good for me.
I saw you in the movies, man.
You did?
Yeah.
Do you want your money back?
No.
Okay.
You're a good actress. What do you got, a little belly chain?
Yeah.
God damn, you know how to dress, too, don't you? How much you weigh?
I don't know. I don't know.
Really? How tall are you?
5'8".
And what do you like?
Okay, 5'7.5".
What do you, C-cup breasts?
I don't know.
You don't even know? You don't know your bra size? Get out of here.
Who buys your bras?
I
Do you have special people who buy your bras?
No, I do, but
You keep
I
rubbing your
just-
chest like that, I'm going to jump on you. I don't care. Do you know karate?
Did you learn anything from Steven?
Don't rub your chest like that, because that's like a come on as far as I'm concerned. You do that means you want it.
Wow.
Right. Oh,
Let's
man.
talk.
What's it like to make out with you? Are you really into sex? Like when you're with a guy?
More
you
than I was.
Really?
More than I used to be.
And you used to date Rod Stewart, right? Before you met Steven Seagal.
Not really.
I thought you were going out with him.
No.
You never went out with him?
I saw him for a little while, but it wasn't sexual.
Why? Because he's like he's not macho or anything? So you never gave it to him?
Not really.
Right, but lots of celebrities have come on to you and stuff.
Yeah.
Because you're so good looking. Did you do that movie with Dudley Moore?
No, that was somebody else.
No, I thought you did a movie with him. All right, now.
Very confused, aren't you, Howard?
Oh, I know who you did it with. That
Gene Wilder.
Gene Wilder.
Woman in Red.
Right.
Yeah.
He's lovely.
Is he?
Yeah, and Gilda Radner was beautiful too.
Lovely woman.
Beautiful woman.
I made her cry when I interviewed her. I'm very proud of that.
Let's
You'll be
hope
fine.
this interview goes better.
This will go better. Don't worry. When Steven Seagal started getting heavy, did you finally... Because he doesn't look like he can even lift his leg anymore when he does karate. Is that true or false?
You have to ask him.
Really? Can he still do karate?
He's a very lethal, powerful person.
Are you attracted to Jean-Claude Van Damme or any of these other karate guys?
No, it's not about karate.
It isn't?
No, not at all. It's about the person. It's not what they look like, how much money they have, or anything else.
And were you pissed off at him when he ran off with your best friend?
He didn't run off with my best friend.
didn't?
I'd had enough.
Oh, you left. Cool.
What was enough?
She couldn't
Too
take
much.
it. Too much womanizing on his part? Were you faithful during the marriage?
I was, actually.
You were.
And he wasn't, huh?
How could you not be faithful to you? I wouldn't do anything
And you
to mess
picked
it
him
up.
up off the streets of Japan?
Yeah.
And this is how he repays you?
I wish I could go to Japan and be picked up. 'Cause next to these little Japanese guys,
You
I look
look
good.
like a macho
Yeah,
man.
that's how you get a woman like this. Hang out in Japan. Do you still speak to your friend who ran off with your...
I do. She's lovely. I'm
'Cause you're
very
a-
happy she's with him.
Because at least she took him off your hand. Yeah, right. Better her than you, right? Oh, man. And you dating anyone now?
Kind of.
Of course. Who is it? What does he do?
He's a rhinestone cow.
Oh, really? What is he? Is he famous?
No.
No?
I don't like famous people.
You don't?
No.
Well, you're
Not
lucky I'm not
generally.
famous. You probably like me. You never even knew who I was. So I read that Steven gets 8 massages a day on the movie set. Is that true?
God, really?
Yeah,
I'm glad I
that's
don't
what
have
I
his
heard.
bills.
All right, so you start growing up and you become this hot model at 16. and guys are hitting on you and stuff, what age do you decide to get sexual? Like when you're 16?
7.
No, come on, be honest. Like all of a sudden you start dating guys at 16?
You tell them the truth. They don't remember.
At 7, you had your first sexual experience?
No, I don't want to get into this.
What are you talking about? You don't want to get into it. It's very important.
Don't kids do stuff?
You're saying at 7 you were molested by an older parent or something?
No.
Oh, I see.
No, kids do things like that.
Oh, you had
Oh,
sex
so you
at
like
7?
play doctor and stuff?
Yeah.
Wow. Oh, man. With who? An uncle?
An uncle.
No, an aunt.
I mean, was it a sad story or was it a happy story?
No, children
Another
explore.
kid.
Absolutely.
Would you ever date a black guy?
If he was nice.
You would?
If I felt something, it's
Really? But you've never dated black guys, right?
not really.
Oh, see, Robin?
Just Steven Seagal.
Yeah, he's black. So at 7,
Black belt.
how old was the boy at 7?
7, I don't know.
Oh, I mean, it was just like an innocent thing between
God,
kids.
you guys.
Wait, what are you talking
when
about?
was your first sexual experience?
32. Look at my face. Are you kidding? So you meet Steven Seagal over in Japan, and you never thought you were going to get married or anything. You didn't know, right? You were
No.
just hanging out. Mm-hmm. And all of a sudden, because I was depressed when you married him.
Pregnant.
Oh, you got pregnant from him. He knocked you up.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
3 times.
And how long does it take to get a girl like you in bed? Like when you met him, would you sleep with him right away, or did you make him like court you for a really long time?
Yeah, 24 hours.
In what, 24 hours he was in bed with you?
I'm messing with you. I'm playing off you.
Why are you playing? This is important. This is important stuff. This is
There
for
are
history.
young girls out there who are trying to figure out what to do.
Right. A lot of young girls want to do what you do. You're Kelly LeBrock, for Christ's sake. Look at your body. Jesus. Oh. I'd pay you $10 million just to get you naked in a room.
Oh,
10 million?
Well, maybe
Let's-
not. I don't have 10 million. All right.
where are you going to get the cash?
Yeah.
You ever pose nude for anything?
No, in fact, Playboy's just asked me for the second time if
You
I'd
gonna
like
do
to
it?
do something. It's not enough money.
I'll take the pictures. How much do they offer you? 100 grand?
No,
They gave Jessica Hahn 100 grand.
no more than that.
Is
Really?
that
But
all
by the
they
time
give
you
her?
pay taxes on it and everything,
$500,000?
yeah,
Wow. Still, you pay taxes, you get $250,000.
no, it's not worth it.
Oh, that's right, because you have tons of money from your divorce, right?
I did all right.
And you did all right on your own anyway,
Yeah.
for modeling and all that other crap.
Yeah, but Steven had gotten a lot of money.
Yeah. You're a multimillionaire. And you're hot. Oh, Christ. God damn it.
Okay, what are we going
All
to
right.
talk about?
Well, we'll get to the homeopathic stuff. Relax. Don't get testy with me.
No, I'm not. What else do you want to know?
All right, so you never signed a prenup or anything like that, is what you're
No,
saying.
he did.
He signed one.
No, I'm
That's
joking.
smart. So you start to develop, and Steven Seagal meets you, and you're telling me in 24 hours he gets to sleep with you.
No, he had a good approach, actually. He was doing acupuncture on me
He was.
How did that happen?
with lots of needles, not one needle.
No kidding.
No, but I mean, he was
He
a
does
guy.
acupuncture. He's into,
And were you nude when he did this to you?
no, I had stuff on, but
How did you meet him? Like you met him in the
I
street?
met him in my hotel. He kept calling to say he wanted to take me out for lunch. My press agent set me up because I'd just gotten a divorce from my first husband.
Oh, you were divorced already?
Yeah,
Who was your first husband?
a guy in
Some loser?
L.A. No, actually, he's doing very well now. In fact,
Yeah.
I said to him, now you're worth divorcing.
Yeah. So that was your first husband. You were getting over him, and then you just like some guy in Japan. He's not even a movie star or anything. You just were attracted
You
to
just
him.
take his calls?
You're just going to go out with him?
Well, my press agent said he was a nice guy, and
Really? How would your press agent know?
Hey,
he's a-
Steven
he
slipped
knows
him a
Steven.
10.
Right.
Yeah,
was your
no,
first
5.
husband? Is your first husband famous? Do we know him?
he is now. He has a restaurant in L.A. called Dre's.
Never heard of it. Robin, do you know of it?
Vaguely, I've heard the name, but I forget who.
It's a very good restaurant.
Who owns that one?
Victor Dre.
Victor
Oh,
Dre?
okay.
That was your husband? Mm-hmm. Oh. Yeah. I'm doing better than him. All right. So then you meet Steven Seagal, and you go out on a date with him. Where do you go? Where's the guy take you? I'm curious. I mean, I
went
know
to
this
a-
isn't a big deal to you, but it's a big deal to a lot of guys who would like to get you.
Get me?
Yeah.
What am I, a virus?
Yes. I'd like to get you. Yeah, so go ahead. Tell me, wait till you see her on the E! channel. What a bod.
I don't work out.
Really?
No.
How do you get in shape like this?
Kids.
Really? You just run around with your My wife has kids. She ain't in shape like
It
this.
didn't do it for her.
What is it? You don't eat, though. You don't eat a lot
I
of food.
eat a ton of food. In
I bet
fact,
you
had
vomit at
dinner.
night
Oh,
after you eat.
I couldn't vomit if you...
Really?
No.
You've got to vomit. There's no way you could be in this kind of shape not exercising. There's no way.
Well, I have 3 children. I ride every day or every other day. And
And you
carry
don't do coke?
groceries. No.
You don't do any drugs?
No.
Oh, I don't see how you can be this thin. Either you got to do coke or...
It's blowing all the myths.
Yeah, right.
It's from being healthy. And
could my wife follow you around for a week?
yeah, I'd love to have her.
Seriously, and just do whatever you do so she gets in this kind of shape?
Absolutely.
You don't care?
She can come up to the wilderness with me.
Is that where you live? Where? In like
Do you want to see my bear scratch?
your bear scratch? A bear scratched you?
Yeah.
Yeah, where is it?
It's on my leg.
No. Oh, yeah. Roll up your pants. Oh, is that cute? Oh, God. Lift your leg higher so I can see it better. God damn, I'd nail you.
He doesn't even care that a bear scratched
No,
me.
he doesn't even know
my
what you're
leg.
saying.
You got any scratches on your ass?
Lucky bear.
Because let me tell you, you do?
Lucky bear.
Lucky bear.
Oh,
Your stomach is incredible. You don't do sit-ups?
No.
You did nothing to get back in shape after your baby.
I did a fast.
A fast.
You did a fast?
Fast, very quick.
You did a fast?
I did a fast, very
And you
quick.
did a fast, and you found that all of a sudden you were just in shape. It's genetics. God. I bet you that bear that scratched you weighed less than Steven Seagal. He's gotten heavy, admit that.
Has he?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I cooked for him every night.
I watched those karate movies, man. The guy's got a double chin.
Well, he was always, he had to wear that jacket now because he couldn't show
Probably
his
from
body.
paying me all that money every
Yeah.
month.
No kidding. What kind of settlement did you get?
Okay.
Yeah?
I could have
Millions?
done much better.
Really? You didn't take him to the cleaners?
No.
Is he a
If
real
I take him
kooky
to
guy?
the cleaners, I take my children to the cleaners.
Right. Was he a real kooky guy?
Kooky?
Yeah, you know what I mean. Big pain
like
in the
a
ass.
recipe
I see him as being a big pain in the ass.
Yeah, wasn't he a
totally caught up in the
problem?
macho crap? Come on, be honest. There's no way.
He was a handful.
Right. I see him being a major pain in the ass. I really do.
I do too.
Not sensitive to you.
She's not saying no.
That's right. He's not sensitive to you. You need a sensitive man, someone who appreciates you. You need an ugly guy like me who's going to appreciate
I mean, what the hell
good-looking
did
babe.
you two talk
Yeah,
about?
but you're married.
Yeah, but don't worry about it. I'll get out of that. You just express some interest.
Oh, that's terrible.
Oh, please. Please.
You love your wife.
Police.
Police.
I love you more.
No, it's LeBrock.
I'd worship your afterbirths.
Oh,
I wouldn't even.
stop that.
I'd love to
Actually,
be.
a lot of people are into that.
Really?
Yeah.
Was your husband in the room when you had your baby?
He was. In fact, for the last one, I had to hold the baby in for about 8 minutes.
So he
So
could
he
see.
could get there?
Because he was in the gift shop or something, and I
Really?
said, the baby's coming. I said, God, I'm not going to let this baby out until he gets in the room, because he would have.
All right. Let's see.
very upset.
I got a bunch of questions. Did you ever date Chuck Norris or any of these other guys?
No,
No.
what is it with karate?
I don't know. And okay, so you meet Steven Seagal. You go out on a date. I'm just trying to get an idea of how much courtship one needs to get you into the sack. I want to know if you're really horny. So you never met a guy like me, did you?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you have? You met a lot of a-holes. All right, wait a second. So you go out on the date, and where do you go? Like a restaurant?
No, I like to cook.
Oh, so he came over to your place, and then you said, hey, I don't feel so good, and would you give me some acupuncture?
No, he said, you have a problem with whatever. Because in acupuncture, you can tell what's wrong with people by looking
Yeah.
at their
Oh,
face.
sure.
Yeah, sure.
Lift up your glasses. I'll tell you what's wrong.
Yeah?
Yeah.
You do acupuncture now, too?
What's wrong with me? Nothing.
You're a little feverish.
You're right.
You have a little bit of something going on in your liver.
Oh, they all say that.
No. When you have a fever, it's good you have a fever. It means your body's fighting infection.
Yeah.
Doctors today
Because I'm on a movie set 24 hours a day.
are you?
Yeah, I could use you to mellow me out.
See, aren't you feeling better now?
You just need.
Yeah. I just need what? I know what I need. I need your lips.
No, I need them too.
Yeah. God. So anyway, then you go out with Steven
I'm
Seagal.
bored with this Steven Seagal
Yeah, but
stuff
we're not.
already.
No, I just want to know. Then give me
No,
an
but
idea
this
how long it
date,
takes to get
this
you into
date.
bed. How
We
long is it?
didn't live with him as long as you did.
Yeah. Yeah, so you get on a date with the guy. I'm just trying to understand. And you have a pretty happening movie career.
Yes.
Why, so you gave up your movie career for Steven?
Yep.
What a mistake that is. Why'd you do that?
Because the competition was hard.
Oh, come on. You mean because he couldn't deal with the fact that you were doing better than him or something? You were doing pretty damn good.
I was doing very well.
Yeah.
But you know what? I'd rather have left while I was on top and people say, where is she, what's she doing, than say, oh, God, here she is again.
I see. You still model?
No.
No?
I look after my kids. I'm selling what I believe is to be a very important product.
All right. Let's get to the product.
No, I'm serious.
All right, let me get to the product then. I can see you don't want to talk about dating.
No, because I'm here to wake people up as far as their immune system.
Oh, you woke me up, honey. Let me tell you.
Yeah, your stomach's digesting.
No,
now.
I'm definitely up.
Now you're ready.
I'm up. Anybody else up in this room?
Come on.
How much would you like to make love to Kelly LeBrock?
I already did.
Fred, you dig her or what?
She's very, very pretty.
Oh, Fred must be in love. She's a supermodel.
The accent
Is she a supermodel?
Yeah, in my opinion, yes.
Really?
Hands down.
Hands on.
Hands off.
You ever take a high colonic?
Yes.
Oh, you have? You've
Thank
had
you.
water. Excuse me.
In my bottom.
All right, let me get this straight.
Wow.
You're saying you went to a place
Now, wait a minute.
and disrobed. Hold it. Let me just hear something. You're saying you disrobed in a room.
They were doing this in Egypt with rushes.
I don't care where
At
they
least
do it.
now they have,
When you go to your do you have a gynecologist?
No,
You don't.
no,
You don't have a male gynecologist.
no.
What do you do when you have female problems?
I don't have them.
But you never have been examined by a gynecologist.
Yeah,
Oh, you have.
but I don't need them. I don't need one anymore.
Well, when you had one, would he when he examined you, would he pass out and stuff? I mean, like,
pay
would
you.
would he pay you?
I got a discount.
No. What would happen when you would go to the gynecologist's office? Like, he'd walk in and go, "Oh my God, Kelly LeBrock is in my office."
I never really thought about it. You
when
know?
when you first got pregnant, you went to a gynecologist,
I
right?
had a woman.
All right, you went to a woman, and you got naked in front of her.
Yeah.
Would you get totally naked, or would you just like be in like a gown, a dressing gown?
Armani.
No, really, would you be in a dressing gown? Do you think this is a bizarre question?
Yeah, it's really
You're kidding.
weird. No, I mean,
All right, go back to the high colonic. So, why did you go for a high colonic?
Oh,
music
This is
to
so
my ears.
sexy. This is so sexy. You have no idea.
Are you interested in one? Is that why you're asking about it?
Yeah.
It would be good for you.
Were you nude when you had it?
No.
All right.
You have a little gown on with a little slit in the back.
Okay. So all you really you have no panties on
No.
and no bra, and you're just in one of those flimsy little gowns, and it doesn't really cover much. You walk in, and is it a man or a woman who gives you the high
He
colonic?
has been married 20 years. So.
Yeah. So what happens when you go in for the high colonic? Is it a man or a woman? Who delivers it? Please, Kelly, stay on the
A
topic.
man or a woman?
It doesn't. You've had men deliver high colonics to you.
Yes.
Oh my God.
There's a good.
What? You picked the wrong profession, Howard.
Oh man.
Can you imagine?
Can you
People
imagine?
out there
Won
like-
the lottery.
Wow.
You should have been a colonic therapist.
Wow. Wow.
So would you do one?
Wow.
Would you do a colonic?
To you.
To you, I would.
No, to yourself.
I'd let you give me one. Oh man.
Bend over.
All that water. So then so what do? You lay flat down on the table.
No, you lay on your side.
You lay on your side, and your buttocks is exposed to this man.
Yes.
And he takes a tube and puts it, obviously, where in the buttocks. And
Guys.
and then what happens? They pour water into you, right? They water runs through your whole system, and chunks come
Okay,
out.
you clean your house.
Yes.
Clean your car.
Right.
You don't clean your intestines.
No, okay, fine. I'm just trying to understand. And then things come out of you, right?
Rubber duckies.
And do they report to you what's coming out?
If you're interested.
And were you moaning when this happened? Does it feel good at all?
It can be a little intense.
Really?
I'm very clean now.
Yeah, I bet. All right. So, okay. All right. Let's talk about this homeopathic stuff, because that's what you came here for. All right? Let's do that, Robin. That would be the proper thing.
Thank you.
Unless anybody else has other questions. Let me see if the audience has any questions before we talk homeopathic stuff.
After all the stuff we've been talking about, they're probably not listening anymore.
Hey, you're on the air.
Listening.
Dude, let me see. Wait. Hello, you're on the air. I don't know how to work the equipment. Yes.
Howard?
Yes. Who is this?
Howard,
Yes?
there were articles in the tabloids that Segal used to beat her up.
Segal used to beat Kelly up?
Yeah.
Kelly, is that true? Because if anybody ever touched you, I'll kick their ass. I'll kick his ass. Karate can't go up against the gun, Robin. I don't care
That's
what it
I've
is.
heard, Howard.
Were you struck?
Was I struck?
Because that ain't
By
right.
lightning?
Were you really? You were hit?
I said by lightning?
No, seriously, were you ever hit?
No.
You really weren't?
So the tabloid stories are wrong?
Tabloids are wrong?
Aren't they always?
Really? They really are wrong? You were never beaten by Steven Seagal.
There was more than one article.
Really?
Well, some woman got on TV, said she was having an affair with him and that he beat her up.
Yeah, there was another woman, the sunglasses woman.
Oh, yeah, that woman. Yeah, I read about that.
She did have a black eye that day, but
Right.
I'd walked into a cupboard.
Man. So you're saying that never happened?
I'm saying it never happened.
Was that scratch from a bear or Steven?
No, that's from barely, Stephen.
It's the sexiest scratch I ever saw. Look at the jewels on you. Man, are you bedecked. What's that worth? About 10 grand right there? That little necklace? Or whatever it is? What is it called? What is that ring? Let me see that ring. Look at that. Thank you. She's got a big diamond ring.
Yeah?
Man. Who gave you that?
Stephen?
Really? What's that worth? 100 grand?
No.
It's a huge diamond.
I hope it's more.
Right. All right, thank you, ma'am.
Okay, bye.
My audience could listen to you talk about high colonics for days.
Are you serious?
I swear.
It's a high colonic audience.
We love it. Yeah.
And
she's looking at Jackie like he's going to die.
Yeah. Give me a
Look at me
medical.
like I'm going to drop dead.
What is wrong with Jackie? What is wrong with him? The guy with the rubbers on
Maybe
his
she
fingers.
just likes me.
Oh,
No.
be quiet.
no, you
she's
have
analyzing.
a lovely face.
Well, what's wrong with him?
So do you.
Yeah. Believe me, he's just as big an a-hole as me. He's just being quiet.
Is
So-
anything
All
wrong
the
with Jackie?
allergies, all the things, all the stress.
What is wrong with him? Look into his eyes and tell me what's wrong with him.
You're not staring at me because you think I'm real sick or something.
No, you have a fly in your eyebrow. No.
No, come on, Kelly. Tell me something about him. You know things about homeopathy.
Stomach. Do you have is your stomach upset?
He's got a big one.
He's got a big one, and he's constantly
I do
starving.
not have a big
He binges and purges. He binges and purges.
How's your stomach?
I think it's fine,
Yeah.
but I'll believe anything you say.
Do you think he has stomach cancer?
No.
He does. He's dying. He's got like 2 weeks to live.
I've been on. Yeah,
What?
I need a high colonic.
What were you going to say?
I was going to say I lost a lot of weight in the last 3 months.
Which means your stomach's, you've upset your stomach.
Exactly.
But it doesn't feel upset.
No, but
It's
your
not just-
stomach is showing that it's.
She knows.
She's looking into his eyes.
She says she knows.
Yeah, you know. It'll settle down.
Who cares about his stomach anyway?
He does.
Yeah. No, he doesn't.
He really doesn't.
Anyway, about this homeopathic.
How about making out with me right now?
Okay, after we sell lots of these products.
Let me see what it's like to kiss you. Yeah, you don't have to. I'm just kidding. How old are your kids? Imagine you bring your friends home and your mom's Kelly LeBrock.
Well, someday that'll happen. Everybody will want to come to your house.
2,
Do you ever walk
5, and 9.
2, 5, and 9?
Yeah.
So like when the 9-year-old's a boy?
Girl.
Girl. So like do you hang around the house in like swimsuits? Do you have a pool and stuff?
We walk around naked.
Do you really? Oh, Christ.
Who's this we?
All my kids.
And you.
The kids are nude too? Should be arrested. You left to walk around nude? Mm-hmm. God, you're gorgeous.
Wow.
I don't think I could hold out with you more than a second if we were having sex. It would be so embarrassing. Premature
We'd
ejaculation.
beat around the bush.
We sure would. All right, now you, can I see your feet?
Yeah.
Thanks.
Because he diagnoses from feet.
Yeah, I diagnose from feet. I can tell if there's something wrong with you. I'm serious.
Are you serious?
Yeah, I'm into feet.
Okay. Oh, I got talcum powder all
Let me
over.
see them. Oh, I see, because you don't wear, let me see your feet if they're cute. Even your feet are cute. Look at that. God damn it. Let me rub your feet. Let me rub your smelly feet.
They're not smelly.
They're not?
Who cares?
You got a question for Kelly LeBrock?
Yes.
What is it?
I already spoke to, I guess, Gary.
Oh.
Well, ask us the question.
Oh, what's going on, Robin?
If you want to speak to Kelly, this is your last chance. She's not going to
I'm
talk to you in
right
real
here.
life. She wouldn't
Kelly,
talk to you in real life. She'd just blow you off.
Kelly, how you doing,
I'm
Kelly?
good. How are you? Could you help me out here? I'm trying to sell homeopathic medicine.
We're gonna get to that.
1-800.
All right, 1-800-209-8434. This is for kids.
I had a better question now.
What is it quickly?
Well, I'm curious about the high colonic.
Mm-hmm.
I love all your movies, Kelly. I'm a great fan of yours. Howard, you're excellent. Robin,
Thank you.
What's up? I want to know if she's a 3-input woman.
I don't know if she'd answer that. I don't think she'd answer that.
Kelly?
Thank you.
Seagal? Ever? Anything?
Oh, please. I don't think that she even knows what that is.
I don't.
You probably... I would guess you're not.
What?
Well, Robin is.
Robin is. Our own Robin is. 2 times Robin's
no,
had that.
no.
It's a sexual innuendo for anal sex.
God, there's something I didn't know.
Yeah. You're not into that, are you?
Anal sex?
Right.
No,
No,
are
I
you?
didn't think so. I would be into it with you, yes. I really would.
And then, anyway,
I've never done that.
nobody's business.
I've never done that.
It's nobody's business.
My wife seems to feel that's taboo. All right. I'm very repressed sexually. Let's take our pants off. Right. Let's take our pants off and discuss
Stop
this.
Screaming.
Who wants to take their pants off? I do. You wearing panties? No. I'm sorry. You're not? You are not wearing panties. Oh. You don't wear panties?
No.
Oh, my God. Why do you wear a bra if you don't wear panties?
Because I'm glad I did.
Right. A lot of times you don't, right?
No.
Exceptional beauty.
I will send you a kit that I have specially designed.
Let me see that kit,
with
please.
Boiron.
May I see that? With who? French?
Boiron.
I hate the French. Oh, no. Is that a French name?
I'll tell you what, they have the best company for homeopathics. It's the most...
Biggest scumbags on the planet, the French. Are you French? Oh, LeBrock, that's French.
I'm half French.
The worst people in the world. Which half are you French? Come here. Give me that. Come on, just give me your homeo recipe, please. Let me see that. French were cowards in World War II. I'll never forgive them. Biggest bunch of pussies. But you're hot, so it don't matter. Let me see. What is this? This is a vial of what?
Well, let me look.
Yeah. What? Now you're saying if I have a cold...
You get a whole kit, right?
I can give
you
the
get
kids...
the whole kit. You have motion sickness, you have fever, you have teething.
And this is all natural stuff?
This is all natural. It all comes from wildflowers that are grown in the mountains. If they don't have enough, they don't pick them.
And is it proven that this stuff works?
It is proven.
How did you prove this?
Because I'd given it to my children. I have a child that had a fever of 103.5.
Go ahead.
In 1 hour, it was gone from giving her the fever remedy.
Let me have some of that. Let me take it.
Sleeplessness.
Can adults take it?
Bumps and bruises.
What if adults take it?
You can take it, but I'm going to make a kit for adults.
You are?
Yes.
Well, let me take some. I'll take some right now. All right?
For fever?
Now, how do you take it?
You take it very easily. But you know
Can you
what?
take it anally?
This is a prototype.
I prefer to take my medication.
Suppositories are actually a very good way of taking it because it goes right into the bloodstream.
Have you taken suppositoes?
Absolutely.
You have?
Yes.
And who administered these?
The French people.
Let me administer a suppository to you. I'll give you $1,000 right now.
$1,000? You're cheap.
Oh, come on. You think I'm a radio guy.
And anybody who orders this kit as a parent will get one of my free stress-free emotional grief remedies, which I have to take before I do shows because I get very nervous.
Can I say something? Oh, look at your stomach. Can you just whiff your hands over your head so I can see more? Oh,
will you behave
beautiful,
yourself?
beautiful, gorgeous. What do you take when you have diarrhea? Do you get diarrhea?
Sure.
You do.
It's the body's way of expelling things that it doesn't want.
Right. And you have a... all right, never mind. All right.
Nothing
Call
you do can shock me. I have children.
I understand.
You're just like a big kid.
Right. You're absolutely right. Never had sex with a woman? I think you have.
Yeah. Hey, now.
And when we come back, I'll talk about Kelly. Want to hear me fart in the microphone? I've never done that in Toledo. Hold on. One second.
This is for you, Toledo.
Yeah, this is for Toledo.
How about for Miami?
Oh, you're from Miami?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that was for Toledo.
So you ignore it.
Well, come smell the mic. You know who loves to smell my farts? Ralph. He loves it. I used to fart a lot, and he'd complain, and then he said, you know what? I'm going to learn to embrace it.
So yeah.
Now he goes,
Now he runs.
He comes
into
right
the
up to my
room.
ass, and he starts sniffing, and he goes, could you do another one while my face is down here? I love it, boss.
God.
Well, I guess that's one way to deal with
I
it.
knew it'd come to.
Hey, Howard, I want to
Wait a minute, I got to tell you what Kathy Lee said at the Walmart convention through her tears. She said, the one thing we have to remember
Is we're Christians.
is that we didn't know. And we didn't do anything wrong.
Oh, what an ass. What a bitch.
We are good people.
I'd love to smack her head into a wall and have sex with her. I'd like to have violent sex with her. I don't advocate beating women, but
Yeah, you like to find her running through Central Park, I guess.
Want to
Yeah.
F her skull?
I'd like to F her skull. I'd like to F her skull. I'd like to F her skull. I'd like to put her head in a vice like my dad had in the basement, one of those vices, and then have sex with her.
Dad doing?
My dad had a vice. Ralph, come here. I got a fart. You want to smell it? Watch.
ready?
He loves it. Watch this. Come here. I'm going to fart right in his face, and watch him stay there and smell it.
Let me tell you something.
Come here.
No.
Come here. Get down there. Get down there.
I like to waft it into the air.
All right, here I go.
it.
Yeah, watch. He loves it. He loves to stand there and smell it.
He is officially a homo.
How's that? Isn't that nice?
Oh, yeah, it's a good one.
He's so beyond gay.
What did he eat?
He loves it. He loves his boss.
Don't ever talk to me again.
Man,
That's not gay.
It's so beyond gay.
It's beyond gay.
Somebody else's fart, man? Do you like your farts? I happen to like his farts.
Hold your head high, Ralph.
No, can I say something? You know what it is with Ralph? I used to fart in his face all the time, and it used to upset him. And then he finally said, you know what? Like G. Gordon Liddy when he ate the rat. He used to be afraid of rats, so he ate a rat. So Ralph said, you know what? I'm going to embrace my boss's farts.
That's right. You got to learn. You do it all the time, so you got to either love it or
hate it.
Right.
You're smart. I admire you.
Yeah, thank you.
I'm going to have some more for you later in the show.
Hey, Ralph, do you feed him stuff that you like to smell later?
Yeah.
No, I leave that up to him. He does a good job. I mean, it's just perfect. It works out good. I don't have to do anything.
No, he never asked me to eat something specific.
Eat asparagus, Wolf.
I don't like when he alters his diet.
Yeah. That is maybe the most disgusting thing we've ever done on the show.
What is wrong with you?
That's
He
way
likes
worse.
it.
That's
There's
way
nothing wrong with him.
That's way worse than a guy sleeping with his sister.
You know, if he was smart enough to be doing this just to make you not do it, you know what I mean?
No, I love it. I think it's a compliment. My wife doesn't even like to smell my farts.
I can tell you, I'm stunned by that whole thing.
You want to know something? He's not wrong. I've smelled my farts. They're great.
But that's you.
I know, but I'm telling you, you're missing out.
Is there anybody else in the world whose fart you would smell besides like some girl you
What
like?
are you, high?
Of course. Robin?
Robin's speechless.
I have nothing to say. That's
Did he just come
beyond
up to you one day
me.
and say he likes it now, Howard?
Yeah, he embraced it. He embraced it. What's wrong with that?
I especially like it, like when we're trapped in a small room and you go for a while, you know.
Yeah.
The whole thing, the whole
After I've
room,
eaten a big meal.
right? The whole room fills up, and the
Right.
food, and the.
You must be a party in the limo, huh?
He loves it. He loves it in the limo.
That's the best place.
He begs me not to put down the window.
Yeah, and Ronnie starts to open the window. I'm like, Ronnie, what are you doing? Close
Don't let
the
that
window.
nectar. Don't let that nectar out.
it's escaping. Close the
Right?
window.
Yeah. Don't let it escape. Let me enjoy it a little longer.
If everybody out there hated him before,
Ralph, you be proud of yourself.
I am.
Go ahead.
I'm gonna
I don't
win.
know why.
I'm gonna get
Why
a
is he gonna
T-shirt.
be
I
proud
love
of
Wolf's
himself?
font.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Stand tall.
You know what? I don't have any underpants. Go wash my underpants.
No, that's disgusting.
go chew him, Ralph.
Right. Go chew them.
Oh, that's disgusting.
That's disgusting.
What's wrong with you?
What's wrong with you? Want to welcome Toledo to the show
How?
by letting them see what happens with Ralph. Thank you. All right, everyone wanted me to get this guy's doctor on the phone. This guy called me.
Well, I certainly did.
Yeah. Let's see. I have. This is Delroy. Delroy, is that you?
Yeah, that's me.
All right. Delroy called us the other day and claimed that.
He was listening to me talk about high colonics, and then he decided he needed one.
Boy, the connection's really good here with old Delroy.
What's up? What's up?
Listen to those phone connections. On our phone also is Dr. Figueroa. Doctor, are you there?
Yes, I am.
Yeah, now, Doctor, I just wanted confirmation of this. Delroy claims he was admitted into the hospital because he gave himself a high colonic by using a garden hose, and he blew his navel out? Is any of this correct?
Well, the fact is that he did have a communication between the bowel and his navel. Whether that was provoked by high colonic, which he told me after the admission and after the surgery, that's what he did.
Hey, doctor, let me cut to the chase. What do you think happened? I'll tell you what I think happened. Can I tell you?
Sure.
I think El Del here,
Delroy.
yeah, decided to sexually experiment.
No, man, I ain't.
Let me just give you my theory, Del.
okay.
It don't mean it's true.
Okay.
You could be unconscious of the whole
Right. I believe that he went out back to his garden hose and decided to shoot water into his buttocks to enjoy himself sexually. He started doing it, and
It turned out bad.
It turned out bad because you're not supposed to. Nature doesn't allow for that. Right. He blew out his navel or whatever he did because he put the hose in too deep. And when he got to the hospital, after you guys fixed him up, he had to come up with a convenient excuse, so he said he gave himself a high colonic because he heard about it on our show, what Robin was getting. What do you think, Doc?
Well, I guess it's a possibility among other things. I mean, nothing would
surprise you.
Make any sense. To be honest with you, it was a pretty strange case, to say the least.
Is it the strangest? Is it the strangest case you've ever had?
Well, I've had others, but
ever have like a guy would come in with like a light bulb in his buttocks?
Seen bigger things.
Really?
Really? Like what?
What's the biggest object you have ever had to remove, Doctor?
Oh, the leg of a table.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Delroy's like.
Hey, Delroy, I don't want you getting any ideas. Yeah, please. The doctor doesn't want to see you again. Doctor, isn't it true, in fact, that you once removed a motorcycle helmet from a man?
Yeah, but the guy complained because he didn't want he just wanted the helmet out, not the man.
Yeah. So, Delroy.
What's up, Doc?
No, Delroy.
Yeah, what's up?
Yeah, the doctor here saved your life.
Yeah, he's a good doctor. He's one of the best surgeons in Florida here.
And, doctor, wouldn't you say that it is a mistake to take water at high pressure, like a garden hose, and inject it into one's sphincter?
Oh, absolutely. I mean, there's no question about that.
What's your guess? You think Delroy here is gay?
I don't know, Howard, but you got a million listeners out there speculating, so I don't think another opinion matters.
But when a guy like Delroy does this, a lot of times they're embarrassed to admit that they were doing it for sexual pleasure, so they come up with a cockamamie excuse. Is that true?
Well, yeah, that's a fact.
Yes, it's quite embarrassing to say. In other words, when you went to Delroy after this happened and said, "How did you do this to yourself?"
Yeah, well, yeah, he was when he was confronted. Obviously, he was embarrassed.
Right.
But
Yeah.
you know,
Doc, I got a wife and 6 kids.
Pretty
I don't
open
do nothing
about
going up the butt, man.
Now, Delroy, you got a wife and 6 kids, so you're saying you're not gay,
I ain't with it.
right?
So what were you doing?
Listen, I was feeling a little constipated, you know what I'm saying? I said, let me try this, and it worked for a little while, you know?
You know, it's possible that Delroy really did
Wait
hear
a
you
minute,
talking
wait
about
a
high colonics.
But did he hear me say anything about a garden hose?
No, but he improvised. The man's not a wealthy man. He's got 6 kids.
Exactly.
You know, I believe you, Delroy.
And listen.
No, he doesn't.
I do. I think I believe Delroy. I think Delroy said, hey, wait a second. I wonder why Robin is shooting all this water into the buttocks. He figured, what's the difference between a high colonic tube and, he doesn't know. He's not an educated man.
Exactly. No, it's not that.
Well, you're not, are you?
You're willing to agree with anything.
Nah, it ain't that, but...
And then he just shot the water in, not realizing the pressure.
Let me ask you know how the garden hose has that little thing? You turn it,
The nozzle.
and either it gives you a little bit of a spray or you get that white thing. Which one did you have?
Nah, it wasn't all that, you know. It's just a thing.
Now, where were the kids when you did this to yourself,
They were
Delroy?
all in school.
They were in school, and where was your wife?
Oh, she was in the house doing something.
And you said to her, honey, I'm going to go out and give myself a high
I
colonic?
was just back, got a big yard over here.
And you pulled all your clothes off to do this?
In the backyard.
I had my bathing suit on,
Right.
by the pool.
Right.
And I said, let me try this.
You got a pool?
Delroy has a pool?
You got a pool, Delroy?
Yeah, I got a pool.
What kind of work are you into?
I ain't working right now.
You a coke dealer?
No, man, I ain't with that. I got...
Is it an above-the-ground pool, one of those?
No, it's a flat pool into the ground.
Really?
Yeah.
Hey, doctor, did he pay his bill?
Doc, listen, this is Florida. Everybody can get a pool in Florida.
Really?
Yeah.
How'd you steal a pool?
It's kind of hard to steal one of those things right out of the ground.
You know what I'm saying, doctor? Did he pay his bill?
Yeah, good old Delroy.
He did?
No, not yet. He's got insurance. He'll take care of that.
I see.
No, not really. I'm expecting you to take care for me, Howard.
It ain't our fault. We're not taking responsibility.
I ain't going to do it for
It's
you.
your fault, Robin.
Yeah.
If you ain't never mentioned nothing, I wouldn't know nothing about that.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying?
The radio is dangerous to you, Delroy.
So, Delroy, let me get this straight. You went out back.
Yeah.
Because I want the doctor's perspective on this, as long as I have a medical man on the phone. You went out back into your yard. You were by the pool, and you decided to inject water into yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So you went over to the hose. Now, at this point, you pulled your bathing trunks down?
Yeah, I just slided up the pants.
Now, do your neighbor...
How did you get that in?
Were your neighbor... Hold on, we'll get to that. Yeah. Were your neighbors around?
Nah, it's in the daytime. Everybody works.
Okay.
But you.
All right. So you're busy experimenting.
You're at the pool.
So you pull your pants down, and do you bend over a chair? Do you? What is the position you assume?
I'm just standing up.
Oh. You just stood up.
Just stood up, and you put it in, you let it wash out.
Was the water cold?
Huh?
Was the water cold?
It's warm, you know.
It was warm.
Yeah.
Well, it's Florida.
Yeah.
But wait a minute. You're telling me you were relieving yourself outside?
Yeah, it's a drain right there. You know, the drain right
there. So your plan was to inject...
Wash it down, you know?
Right. Your plan was to let the water shoot into you.
Yeah.
And then evacuate into the drain.
Yeah.
I see.
Oh, geez.
Doctor, is this the craziest thing you ever heard?
Yeah, it's far-fetched, I can tell you that.
Because, doctor, a high colonic is a different thing. They put the water in a tube, and it circulates.
Well, yeah, and
everything's
it's supervised. It's
lubricated, and you supervise, yes.
Yes, it's and it's a measured amount. It's, water hose can throw as much as whatever's coming out of the...
Well, Delroy, now what happened when you first put the water on? Did you have it on low?
It was on low.
And you weren't getting any charge out of that?
It wasn't really, it wasn't really doing the job.
Right, nothing was coming out.
Yeah.
So then you increased the volume of water. Did you turn it? How far up did you get the volume of water?
It went up. The hose went up, right? Now listen to this. What happened was when it was up in there, right?
Yeah.
I turned the hose up a little higher, but you know how you don't know the pressure of the hose was coming out.
Right.
So I turned it up, spinned it real fast. It was too much pressure, and then I looked there. I felt funny.
Yes.
And all of a sudden, it just bust right through my navel, onto the wall, everywhere.
Water was coming right through you.
Right through.
Doctor, is that true that the water was coming out of Delroy's navel?
Well, the only way I can see that happening, Howard, is there is a condition where the umbilicus still, or the navel still communicates with the small intestine very close to where your colon is.
Yes.
And but usually that is taken care of as a baby, because they can find the drainage through the navel.
Right. There are some people who actually have a connection from the navel to the...
Yes.
But
yes.
Wouldn't that have killed him if the water came out of his navel?
Well, it could have, yes. It's, it's what happens to a human being in certain things, it's very unpredictable. Mm-hmm. Some people have perforation of the colon that just totally isolate on itself, and it doesn't kill him. It's enough to make him very sick and bring him to the hospital.
Now, what condition was Delroy in? Now, Delroy, after the water started coming out of your navel, did you pass out?
No.
No.
I felt dizzy, and
how'd you get the water off?
I pulled it out.
You pulled. Now, how far in was the hose? How much was the full nozzle insert? No. How much of the hose length was inserted?
And you got to ask yourself.
I'd say about 8 to 10 inches, like maybe.
8 to 10 inches.
No, that's
wow.
crazy.
That's
how
insane.
does he do that?
How does what do that?
How does he do that?
What, insert?
Robin,
yeah.
You hypnotized me.
That's gotta hurt.
Did you use any gel of some kind to?
One of them little hoses, Doc. I'm a big guy, man.
Yeah. So anyway, wait a minute. The nozzle.
A big metal nozzle.
It ain't had a nozzle on it. It was a cut hose.
It was a cut hose, right?
Yeah.
Oh, so you just had the rubber.
Yeah.
For plastic.
Now you think I'm crazy?
Yeah, I'm really believing you.
You wouldn't put the metal in there. All right. So anyway.
Well, you're getting to know him there.
Yeah. Now, you turned off the nozzle immediately. You pulled it out.
Mm-hmm.
And how did you get to the hospital?
Oh, my mom came over and she drove me.
Your mother?
Yeah.
What was your wife doing?
My wife don't drive.
Oh.
Jesus. So you immediately called your mother?
Yeah.
How far away does your mother live?
She's about 10 minutes.
Okay. And you said, Mom, did you tell her what you did?
No, I ain't tell her.
You just said, I got to get to the hospital.
Yeah. But what happened was I didn't even go the same day.
Oh, you waited.
Stayed around the house?
Yeah, because guess what? It was leaking out my navel, right? Stuff was still draining.
And you were embarrassed, yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
All right.
So I said, maybe this will go away by itself.
Right, because it'll just drain out.
Yeah.
Robin's probably had this problem. She never went to the hospital.
Right.
Now, listen what happened.
Were you bleeding or anything?
No, it was like clear stuff coming out. Then after a while, pus started coming out.
Oh, God. Hey, he had a real good high colonic.
Right, the better.
You got a lot out.
Yeah. So I went to the Dr. Figueroa,
Yeah, and so your mom took you to Dr. Figueroa.
Yeah.
And your mom said, well, what did you do? Did she eventually find out that you had inserted a tube?
Still don't know.
She still doesn't know.
You just told her you had an upset stomach.
Right. And Dr. Figueroa, when he came in, you heard this story and you probably almost passed out, right?
Exactly.
Are you
I
trying
didn't
to
tell
be
him
hard?
till after the surgery.
You didn't tell him till after?
Yeah. Because he said, it was supposed to only be like a 15-minute surgery, and it ended up being like a 4 or 5 hour surgery.
And was old Delroy moaning and stuff?
Was he in pain?
Doc?
At the time where he when he came in, yeah, he was in significant pain, but it was more a good amount of pus coming out of his.
Well, let me tell you something, Doctor. First of all, I didn't believe this whole story. Now I do. Second of all, you're a damn good doctor. If you could save old Delroy.
He didn't get peritonitis or anything?
Thank you. Yeah, he took. Actually, he took that chance. I mean. He's probably one of those lucky people that the body just isolates the area and helps it communicate with the.
So what did you do? Did you sew up his? I hope you sold his sphincter clothes so he doesn't do this again. Teach him a lesson.
He took my navel away. I woke up, I ain't have no navel no more.
Really?
Right.
No navel.
No navel no more.
Everybody's going to think you're an alien.
Delroy, can you make duty again? Or were you able to make duty?
Yo, the first time.
All right. And now Dr. Figueroa fixed you all up.
He's the best.
Well, there you go. All right. Well, there's the story of old Delroy over in Florida.
Hey, Howard.
Yeah.
Do you know? I heard you talking about Kathy Lee earlier.
You should stop listening to the show.
Now listen to this. The same people that went after Kathy Lee, they went after Michael Jordan.
Yeah, but Michael Jordan doesn't care. He's not sitting and sitting and telling everyone how perfect he is.
I understand that, but Robert, you got to be careful because I heard they going after you next.
Oh yeah, for what?
I don't know. I just seen a lot of pictures of little bald-headed children.
All right, Delroy, listen to me. You're obviously delirious from what happened to you.
I think that you're feverish.
Yeah, Delroy. By the way, that's a very nice name, Delroy.
It's the best.
What do you do for a living, Delroy, when you are working?
Oh, I was a truck driver. But
it's hard to believe.
I got hurt on a job, and I got 6 kids.
What'd you do? Give yourself a high colonic?
Nah, I ran into a wall.
You ran into a wall.
Yeah.
Well, you should have gone to Dr. Figueroa. He would have fixed you up.
He's the best.
All right. Hey, Doc, thanks for talking with us.
You're welcome.
It's an amazing story, Doc.
It is.
Amazing story.
You got to write that one up, send it into a magazine.
Delroy.
What's up?
How did you hurt yourself on the job? Did you sit on the stick shift? Dude, don't spend so much time with your butt, okay?
I'm chilling.
Yeah, really, man. I mean, you're a married man. Go have some sex with your wife. Busy experimenting.
6 kids.
Guy, can you picture this guy experimenting in his backyard with a garden hose?
No, I don't think he should experiment at all anymore.
Run around naked.
I don't think anybody should experiment at all. With that kind of thing.
Thank you, Dr. Figueroa.
What I'm going to do, when I get better,
Yeah.
I'm going to make a home video for y'all.
Okay, thank you.
A reenactment?
Yeah, reenactment.
All right, but be careful.
All right.
All right, man.
Okay, cool.
Thank you, Dr. Figueroa.
You're welcome.
That's Dr. Figueroa and Delroy, his patient. Thank you. I got to take a break.
Well, I'm glad to be an inspiration.
All right, you didn't believe. I told you it was real.
Well, I still say he was looking for something besides a high colonic.
Oh, yes. We'll take a break and we'll be back right after this.
Ooh.
All right, now the first person who calls me and tells me who is doing that
will win a prize?
will win a prize.
What is the prize?
I forget. Oh, look at Jackie. He's got his hand raised. No, we know you know it.
I was trying to call.
All right, play it again so people can...
Ooh.
Who is that?
You know who that is?
Hello?
Yeah, you know who that is?
I'm sorry?
What? Almost says what?
What?
So I thought. It's Howard.
It is?
Yeah, douchebag says what?
I have a story for you.
Honey,
She probably didn't even hear it because she's on delay.
Oh, okay. Right.
I am on delay.
So am I.
Okay. Wait, I have to tell you something. I go to Rutgers. Are you listening?
What?
Are you listening?
Almost says what? Yeah.
Okay. I go to Rutgers, and my friends do what they call shoot the winkle.
Yeah, I do that.
You don't do that.
I shoot the winkle.
You
What
do
is
not.
shooting the winkle?
What?
Are you nude?
No, I'm not nude. Wait, do you want to hear my story or not?
What is shooting the winkle?
They stick hoses up.
Whoa, wait a second. Let me explain it.
Whoa.
You got to know how to use language for radio so that we, so we don't have to bleep you.
What's not allowed?
You know what? I don't know what's allowed anymore. I'm so goddamn confused from this friggin' government and from some friggin' idiots that I work with here. All right, so in other words, some guys take some hoses and place them
up there.
No, let me. You can't say. I don't. You know what? Of course you could say. Of course you could say up there, but I don't know. But the morons here are changing the rules on me every 20 minutes. It's. Of course you could say that. There seems to be a problem with saying something like that, which is absurd.
Okay.
Go ahead. Yes.
Okay, they put them up.
Oh, we know that.
Come on.
You know what? I'm hanging up on you. You're a big fat jackass. Shooting the winkle with the butt. I could care less what shooting the winkle is. Actually, I could care. What? We get her back on the air. Hello? Hello? You still there? You bitch. I lost her now. I'll never know what shooting the winkle is.
Yeah, what is the reason?
Shooting the winkle.
Jesus.
We thought old Delroy was a first.
Yeah.
Apparently he was shooting the winkle.
You know, this question of what I can say on the air and what I can't has gotten so absurd. I've spent 12 hours in discussions whether or not... everyone's trying to interpret what the FCC says. Mm-hmm. And the FCC has said nothing, except don't be dirty. So if you're having a discussion in a non-sexual way, this was not a sexual discussion. No. I'm saying that a guy took a tube and inserted it in the anus. The people are actually sitting and discussing whether or not that can be said. I don't care. I'll go to court over that, okay? Let's go to court. That's totally defensible.
It was an important discussion.
Yeah, I mean, it's as important as anything else.
Well, it is important on this show. The guy said he was inspired by my high colonic.
Right. I mean, it's just absurd, and I'm so goddamn annoyed with everybody and everyone here. I wish I was off the radio. I wish the FCC would put me out of my misery and throw me off. I wish the company would just fire me. Please already. Put me out of my misery with this ridiculousness. With what you can say and what you can't say on the radio. There's so many horrible atrocities in this world that you could concentrate on. Whether or not putting a tube in someone's buttocks is allowable on the radio is a ridiculous discussion that I don't want to be a part of anymore. I don't want any part of it. I don't want to have that entering my psyche. I'm sick of it. And I've told the people in this... I'm going to have a meeting tomorrow about it. I'm sick of it. I just don't want to be a part of it anymore. I'm so sick of what you can say and what you can't say on the radio. Let somebody else figure it out. Let some other trailblazer put it to the test.
The new system's already in place.
What is the new... maybe I shouldn't ask.
No. We have a hotline in our office, a special inside line.
Oh.
Richard's going to call on that inside line.
Oh.
So, okay, no, does anybody... Robin, do you see a problem with that?
Wow.
I just want to see, because I'll run it by you guys.
One would think you'd have thought of that earlier.
Yeah, I mean, that doesn't seem... I thought he was calling.
You're the one that would think of it. What's the problem?
What if somebody's on the hotline, like on hold, like a guest that's waiting to go
It's not that hotline. It's the special one that's on my desk. It's not an on-air hotline.
And you mean to tell me that's not the system you were using?
No, the system
He was calling on the regular phone line?
That's right.
Wait, let me get this straight. Gary, let me get this straight. So he had to call through the switchboard.
No, he doesn't have to go through the switchboard. He just calls from his back office to our front office.
And he waits for someone
to where all the other calls are coming.
John to pick up.
So he would come through the same way that caller would come through.
No. That caller would come through on this phone.
Line.
I'm talking about my office phone.
Yeah, but your office phone is the same phone that we take calls from anybody who calls the WXRK line.
That's right.
Oh, so in other words, the guy telling you that I urgently need you is sitting there trying to get through the same way callers get through.
Right.
Okay, thank you. That's an amazing system. I can't believe you developed that. Well, that is an amazing system. And you had that stupid hotline there.
Madam Curie, Louis Pasteur, Gary Delabate were all geniuses.
Thank you. All right, go ahead. Good luck.
Mold.
I had no idea that's what he was doing.
All the time they had that line sitting there doing nothing.
Oh, my God. Hey, Gary, why not put a note in a bottle? Why don't you put... It's unbelievable.
I just got to tell you something.
That's unbelievable.
I don't know why, and I don't know why this is, and maybe it's wrong. But when you guys are making fun of me, all I can hear is her. I don't know why that is. It's the only voice I hear. It's like 10 times the volume of everyone else.
I don't know. I don't know what to tell you.
You have a problem. That means you have a problem.
Why? If you can hear her, would you tell him to use the hotline?
Do you have any line free in there, Gary, that you could use?
I'm so glad. There's a piece of glass.
Oh, come on.
Hello?
What would be the best way for Richard to get to you?
Hello?
He'd be probably better off running up the hallway.
Hello, this is Gary Delabate. Is there an emergency? Am I picking up at random? I'm picking up the phone at random, but if there's an emergency, let me know.
Hello, is this Richard or is this a caller?
Hi, Richard. Is this you with an emergency? How do I know it's you?
Boff who?
Boff who? Boff needs who? Hold on. I got to pick up another caller.
You're not feeling well, and you have to shoot today. I think we should start the news.
All right. You're right. That you're right about. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm very proud of you.
Who wouldn't be?
Who wouldn't be? I like those songs. Fa-fa-fo-y songs. Or how about this one? That's a good one.
His gums, they're green and red. His teeth don't fit his head.
I want to do a new feature right now. This is Wood Yee Weather. I'm going to ask Wood Yee to come in and give us the weather. Everybody knows Woody Allen. This isn't Woody Allen.
Who is this?
This is our own Wood Yee. He does that, but he's such a fan of Woody Allen. He's the same, almost. You know what I mean? He does everything.
It's like having Woody
Allen.
Allen.
That's right. So, Wood Yee, for the first time, why don't you come in here and give us the weather?
Jesus Christ, I'm so horny, I don't think I can give you the frigging weather.
What?
My little yellow slut is screaming to be filled with my love loin.
Oh, well, why don't...
You mean that he even has an Oriental girlfriend? Or Asian girl?
Yeah, he does. Woody, just give me the weather real quick.
Today will be warm and muggy.
All right. Warm and muggy. Thank you, Woody.
I don't care about weather. I never go outside. I've never done anything athletic in my life.
Thank you, Woody.
Now, can I go get on top of my little slant eye? I'm out of here.
All right, bye-bye, Woody. We'll see you tomorrow. New feature, Woody Weather. And every day, Woody will stop by and give us the weather. In fact, I might even have him come in again later.
I think you should call him Wood In, not Wood Yee.
Wood In. What a delivery. I love him. I love Wood Yee. Everybody loves Wood Yee. He's the funniest guy around.
I really believe he's going back to jump on whoever he said.
His slant eye. His slant eye. Now I'll go jump on my slant eye. Hey, Woody, a homo says what? All right.
Douchebag says what?
Thank you. Thought you left. That's so funny. I just want to do more of that. Wait, she's on the phone now. You interview her, Robin. I'll be busy.
Hi, Robin. I want to say I never hit him for nothing.
LaToya, he says now you abused him.
Yeah, that's right, LaToya.
No, I didn't.
He abused you?
He has no penis.
Oh, that is abuse.
I mean, he's got some, but...
So that was the end of the marriage when you found that sex wasn't any good?
What'd you say?
The marriage ended when you found that sex wasn't going to be any good?
Right. I need more from a man. Where's Eric? I hear his marriage is on the skid. I hear Eric just got James Jameson. Jimmy Jameson. He attacked me with a chair, Robin.
Well, you say that he's hit you many times and he locked you in a hotel.
I don't mean Jack, I mean Fred.
Oh.
No, yeah, he locked me in the hotel. I didn't know what room I was in. I don't know what room I'm in.
Well, they said all you had to do is pick up the phone and call down the room service or the front desk.
Oh, I wish you'd been with me. I felt so confused. I did not know where I was.
And what about the money situation? You do have money, don't you?
No, Jay has it all. What room is this? It says 642. What that mean?
642.
Now, what room am I
in? You know what, LaToya? I guess this will be a new start for you. Are you dating?
What?
Are you dating? You got to find another man, I would imagine.
No, I had it with men. I don't want another man.
No, I thought you wanted a child.
What's a man? I do, but I'm going to go to the doctor for that.
Is that right?
Yeah, artificial insemination.
Well, I wish you all the best. I know you have a restraining order against Jack. He can't come within 50 or 100 feet of you.
He never did before, so why should he come now in front of me? Why I don't have no baby.
And what are you going to do with your career?
Well, that's a good point, because I'm at a crossroads. I got a couple of movie offers, though.
Yeah?
Yeah. And,
hold
on a second. I forget. Which end do I wipe again? I need Jack. I got to get that man back. He did everything for me.
Oh, dear.
Well, I wish LaToya would call in, because...
Yeah.
Your wish is true.
Oh, great.
You're kidding.
Oh, there she is.
Oh, my God.
Your wish is true. Good morning, everybody. What's happening? Everybody okay?
Oh.
Thank you, Jackie. Good to hear from you so early in the morning, so wide awake.
Oh.
There you go. Answer O for yes and O for no.
Oh.
No?
I didn't ask you anything yet.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh.
Do you like young boys?
Oh.
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 That's a yes. Yes.
Oh.
Like
yes.
him a lot.
Have you ever had sex in a bathroom with an underage child?
Oh.
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 You're not lying, are you?
Oh.
No.
No. How ridiculous.
Oh.
Yes. All right. Let's take a break. We'll get the show started. Yes. Are you a drunk?
Oh.
Yeah. Well, we all knew that.
Oh.
Don't need a lie detector for that.
No.
Oh.
Right. No. But you're always honest.
Oh.
That I'll give you. Do you press those CDs in your basement?
Oh.
Are you embarrassed that your wife spends all your money at Sam Ash?
Oh.
That was it.
All right. We got to take a break, and we'll be back right after these words. I hate every second of every day. I swear to you. Well, anyway, here's Wood Ye with the weather. Hey, Wood Ye.
Today it will be moist.
Don't yell into...
very wet.
Get back off that mic.
Wood Ye, can you back off the mic and say that again, if you don't mind?
Today it will be moist. It will be very wet.
Wet, moist? The weather will be moist?
No, not the weather. I'm talking about a young chink girl just before you take Polaroids of her naked yellow ass. I don't know from weather. Goodbye.
Oh, my God. Hey, Wood Ye...
So much for the weather.
He's moist. I never heard of weather forecast.
Never heard of a moist day.
Right. It's moist if you have a young Chinese girlfriend, I guess. He's the greatest, that Wood Ye. I wish I knew the weather.
No weather forecaster, but...
No, he was very horny, though. Talking about a young chink girl just before you take Polaroids of her naked yellow ass.
To leave on the mantle for her mother, he
Yeah.
forgot to throw in.
Was an engineer.
Scotty Salem.
Was his name we hear. He had
A bald head.
and he sure had fun. He used
A lot of cigarettes.
to make it
Studio.
run.
Scotty.
Says, well, my
Cigarettes. Scotty.
says, really rings the bell.
Scotty.
Says, love my
Cigarettes.
don't know
Anything but smoking.
that I love so well.
Yeah. Yeah, it's great seeing him.
Douchebag says what?
What was that, Wood Ye?
Douchebag says what?
What?
Homo says what?
What?
Homo says what?
What'd he say?
Douchebag says what?
All right, that's enough of that. Hey, here's something I found out. You ready? In German, the word Schwarzenegger means black penis. Is that true or false?
No, Howard. I hope that your research department and your show is a little bit better than that.
I'm not kidding.
So far, the facts that you threw out were all accurate. But I mean, this
Am I correct?
absolutely off.
I'm not correct?
No, it means Schwarzen Schnitzel.
Oh, no, but it means black penis. Schwartz, Schwanz. Negger is black. That we know from America, from our deep south. And Schwarz.
Speak German down there.
Forget it. Who knows? Ted, is this you?
Yes, it is.
Right. Is it true that you had sex with a Doberman Pinscher?
Yeah,
And was it a male or female?
it was a male.
Oh, so you are gay.
Oh, you are weird.
Are you gay?
Faggot. You know.
Why would you make
That
sex-
was one of the weird things because I thought.
Are you gay?
I thought it'd be worse that I was gay. I'm saying, oh man, am I gay?
Are you gay?
No, I'm not.
And you've never been attracted to a man?
Never had sex with a man. Never.
It's a male dog?
Yeah.
What the hell possessed you? Is it your dog?
Yeah, it was mine. It was a new dog. I had a dog when I was a kid, and we moved out of my neighborhood, moved up to a different area, and I guess my dog got lost, or he disappeared one day.
Right.
He ran.
No wonder.
Yeah, he knew. That's a smart dog. That dog is smarter than Lassie.
I never did anything with that dog.
All I can tell you is, Ted, I hope you're calling from jail. I don't want you running around. Maybe he got drunk or something.
You gotta ask
All right.
yourself, who looks at a dog and gets amorous? Maybe he's
Let's
not
see.
straight or gay.
Right.
He's a dog.
Let's just see what happens.
That was a funny thought too.
Let's
It
not-
bothered me. The dog wasn't even cute. Like that matters.
All right, I'm glad that you called in. I'll tell you why.
Yeah.
Because this is the type of stuff we should talk out. Seriously, I want to know. I'm not going to put you down. I want to know how it happened and what happened, okay?
All right.
Those are the ground rules.
But previous to this, you were attracted to women.
Yeah.
And you got women.
And you're still attracted to women.
Well, at the time, I only was with one woman sexually, and I had broken up with my girlfriend, thinking I could get a
Just
lot
tell me
of
what
other
happened.
girls.
I don't care about your sex life.
Okay.
Listen to me.
Yeah.
So where were you when this occurred? You got the new dog.
Yeah.
And how old is this dog?
It wasn't a small puppy, but it had to be over a year old.
All right, a year old. So you're not a pedophile.
No.
A pupophile.
Pupophile, if you will. All right. When they say give a dog a bone, they don't mean... now listen to me.
Yeah.
So you're in the room with your dog. This is your dog. You own the dog.
Yeah.
Okay. You still got the dog?
No.
What'd you do with it? Killed it.
They separated.
No. I got rid of him a few days later.
He sued for pupamony.
A short while later, I got rid of him. I felt real funny. Every time he came over to me and rubbed up against me, I thought people knew what happened, because he was affectionate. And I really thought,
You felt guilty, I bet.
felt guilty.
Yeah.
For a
Who'd you
long time,
give
I
him
never
to?
told anybody this. A long, long time.
Who'd you give him to, Michael Jackson?
No, I gave him to somebody who I knew in my old neighborhood. And
all right, listen to me.
Go on, tell us the story.
So you are with the dog. How long ago did this happen?
About 20 years ago.
Oh, you're kidding.
Yeah.
Oh, you were a kid.
Yeah.
How old were you?
I thought this was just recently. Oh, I see.
16.
How old are you now?
I'm 35.
And you were 16.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
So that actually would be about, let's see, 15, 25, 30, 20 years ago. Yeah, you're right. All right. And you hadn't had a girl yet, right?
Yes, I did.
Oh, you did?
I had one girl.
All right, so you were in your room, and, you were alone with the dog.
The dog used to jump into bed with me.
Right, go ahead.
When I slept.
Right.
And
so you figured he's coming on to you.
no.
Like he wants it.
No, but sometimes you wake up stiff in the morning.
Right. Sometimes you would wake up aroused. I don't know if women know that, but men always wake up aroused. All right.
And the dog is in bed with you.
Yeah. And he was pressing up against me.
He was pressing up against you.
He would, go for the warmth, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was sleeping now.
Yeah.
He woke up. But,
I bet he did.
And the dog would be aroused?
I don't know. I didn't check.
All right. Okay. So
I didn't check that.
So anyway, he felt good against you.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
So I just had a brainstorm. I just
that is not a brainstorm.
That's a short circuit.
Coming up with a cure for polio is a brainstorm. He had a brainstorm. This guy considers that a brainstorm.
You know what? That was eureka to him.
I had a brainstorm and I had sex with my dog. All right, go ahead.
I hopped out of bed and I grabbed a condom.
Right, you hopped out of bed. It felt good. You grabbed a condom.
I put it on.
Okay. All right,
Well, at least he was thinking far enough ahead to do that.
Now, no tail or anything. So.
Right, they get that little clipped-off tail.
They have no tail.
But it's
unbelievable. Hey, there's a woman on the phone who wants to yell at you.
All right.
Oh, this is Carmen. Yes, Carmen.
He's an effing pig, an a-hole, and he's dirty, low down. I'm glad he has nobody, and he will never have anybody. You animal, you pig, you worse than dirt. Fuck.
She didn't want to
She
speak
would
to
love
you.
to know what I've had since then and who I was even with last night.
St. Bernard.
But
St. Bernard. You had a girl last night.
Well, I didn't have her sexually, but she.
And did the dog held still for this?
That was the scary part to me.
The dog didn't try to bite you, or
Yeah, you think the dog would attack.
I slid.
well, don't get too graphic
Okay.
on me.
Well,
You
I entered.
Well, no question. The dog didn't bite you.
Resist.
He went for it. He accepted, and
He didn't try to get out of bed at all.
no, and that's
That's a good dog.
It scared me.
Talk about loyal.
I'll tell you one thing, man. I wouldn't want that dog to protect me in case of attack. I mean, what kind of dog is that? A Doberman.
Do anything.
Yeah. So
And you only did it. I think the dog was gay too. Seriously, you found the gay dog.
Well, what's
And the dog liked it. And did the dog make any noise, like a whimpering noise? I mean, even women make a whimpering noise during that kind of sex.
No, because
You were gentle. Or you're. I mean, what do you?
I never finished it either.
Oh, I see. You felt stupid.
The thought that he let me do it scared me, and I even thought, wow, somebody else must have been doing this to the dog. Because he
Well, you think you weren't the first.
That's what I thought. And then, when I gave it away, I thought the new owner would know what happened for some reason.
The dog might tell him.
Talks.
Yeah. Telepathically.
No, I don't know.
Dude, how would the dog tell him?
You are a wacky guy.
Because, no, not that he would tell him that he... I don't know. The dog,
The dog would start backing up to people? Is that what you thought?
Yeah, like hopping into bed and
maybe he'd hop into the bed with
coming on to people.
Yeah, just like I thought the previous owner did it because he let me. I thought he'd jump into the bed with
Yeah, but I don't think too many guys think about that.
Okay. Well,
I mean, I just can't imagine what that must be like, especially with a Doberman. Aren't they vicious dogs sometimes if they turn?
They're attack dogs. They're used to guard
but this
things.
one wasn't.
He must have been very attractive, very sleek. Dobermans are very sleek dogs.
Very muscular.
Muscular. Nice hindquarters.
I was upset because it wasn't a poodle or something.
So you say you didn't consummate the act. I mean, you began it, but you didn't finish because what? You felt stupid after a while?
I felt stupid. I felt disgusted. But the main thought was, I felt weird because the dog left. I just felt that, this
He's like, hey, this dog's weird.
The dog should have stopped.
Right, you gave away the dog because you felt, hey, what kind of dog is this that he lets me do gay stuff to him?
Right.
Right.
Oh, man.
You sure you're not gay?
I'm sure. I never had a...
And you don't tell girls this, do you?
No, no.